I must now move over to Punjab and give you Sanjay Kumar's projections for the state of Punjab. It was a clash of personalities, a clash between Amrinder Singh on the one side and the Badal family on the other, feuds inside the families on both sides, lots of rebellion. So what really are the projections looking like? Let's come to ruling Akalis first. They got 68 seats in the last elections. 49 of them were the Akali seats, 19 of them were BJP seats. Sanjay Kumar is now projecting that the Akalis will get only between 50 to 54 seats. That's the loss for this alliance of about 15 seats. Let's come to the Congress now. The Congress, which in 2007 won 44 seats, is now projected to win between 58 to 62 seats. That's a gain of about 15 seats. What about Manpreet Badal and the PPP, which won no seats because it didn't exist in the last elections? He was part of the Akalis, but now could win up to 4 seats, which means he has damaged the fortunes of the Akali Dal. Let's now come to the vote share for Punjab. And if we were to look at the vote share, the Akalis, who had 45% of the vote share in the last elections, are now projected to come down to about 40%. That's a loss of 5%. And interestingly, you will notice that this vote share is actually moving to Manpreet Badal's PPP. The Congress, which had about 41, is now at about 42. So not much change in vote share there. So PPP seems to have decisively damaged the Akali fortunes, despite Sukhbir Badal telling us and believing that he would actually damage the Congress.
For a minute, if we just forget about these numbers, one thing is very clear in Punjab. It's a very close election in Punjab. Look at the vote percentages, Rahul. The difference between SAD-BJP alliance and the Congress is only for about 2%. That is likely to happen, maybe 2 or 3%. And if that happens, Congress is likely to win more seats compared to SAD, and that is why I project Congress to be getting a majority and SAD to be falling short of the majority mark. And also because Congress would be doing much better in the Malwa region, which is the biggest region in Punjab compared to the Majha and the Doaba, and that is what that might lead to Congress victory over SAD. But it's a very close election, and people are largely dissatisfied with 5 years rule of SAD BJP. So there's a lot of dissatisfaction with the government.
To some extent, Professor Gupta, the fact is in Punjab we see this rotational governance. 5 years SAD BJP, 5 years Congress, and in that sense Sukhbir Badal, despite all his effort, hasn't been able to reverse that. So it's keeping with the pattern of Punjab for the last 30 odd years.
Well, yes, as somebody said, there's the Atta Chawal syndrome. One election is Congress, next election is Akali Dal. So given that, I think if the projection is right, I must say Akali Dal has been able to maintain some of its bastions intact. I don't know how successfully at the end of the day, but right now it seems they haven't done too poorly given the fact that there is this back and forth movement in Punjab. But I think that at the end of the day, because there's a lack of a wave with one way or the other, it's a very difficult call to make, which leads one to believe that should the Congress come back to power, it will probably be propelled much more than in the past to deliver on the ground and actually be a developmental agent.